This week, we make one little wish and immediately regret it in Obsession, the new supernatural horror film written and directed by Curry Barker. The film follows Michael Johnston as Bear, a lonely music store employee who uses a mysterious one wish willow to make his crush Nikki love him, only to discover that forced affection comes with a very bloody return policy. So, did Obsession cast a spell on us, or do we wish for our 108 minutes back? Find out on Good Film Hunting.
Wow.
How do you like these apples?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
These apples are fine, Gary. This movie, jeez. Let me real quick. I'll do my Rotten Tomatoes. It's currently sitting, Gary, at 95 and 94. So this thing is well received. I've heard a little about this film before we went and saw it. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
I know, and you kind of said, "Hey, let's go in blind." So I didn't, and apparently there is a shorter version of this film that I guess maybe it was made. I tried to find different information. I couldn't find anything about it as far as like it kind of put me in the same mindset as Sling Blade back in the day. Sling Blade was a short film that Billy Bob Thornton made that became a full length film, and
Yeah.
I think this has a similar pedigree, but because I told you I found a version of it, but it was only 45 minutes long, and you're like, that's not the right version of it. But it's
Right.
the same premise.
Yeah.
So what I'm guessing is this was a project that got picked up.
And I don't know that either. I didn't see any info on it, but I'm aware that Curry Barker is a
Disturbed?
YouTuber. Well,
Disturbed?
besides that, YouTuber, he has my phone's going off in the background.
Uh,
He has some short films and stuff on YouTube that you can watch, and I didn't realize it was him, but I realized after the fact that hey, I've actually seen a couple of his shorts before,
good stuff?
and yeah, I mean it's horror and comedy. There's he's
Okay.
part of a comedy duo, I think. Him and one of the guys from the film, the guy that plays Ian, I think his name was.
Okay.
Cooper Tomlinson, that's the guy that those two kind of make stuff together. And I think you should go check out some of their stuff on their YouTube channel. That's a bad idea, I think is the name of their YouTube channel. I
Well,
believe so. But
so let's see here. How do we do this?
I know
Let me
I will say this is going to be a hard movie to talk about without getting to spoiler territory. So we don't want this to be a spoiler. So we'll try to
right.
work around that as best we can.
So let's go ahead and do our ratings, and then we'll
Okay.
talk about because I have some issues I want to discuss about people in public and decorum.
Oh,
And
okay.
I guess I'm just becoming that old man that I just wish people didn't exist around me.
Well, we'll see. Old or just maybe just expecting too much from society.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm in the wrong because I expect you to not be on your cell phone while you're watching a movie. So, Gary, you want me to go first? You go first.
Either one, whatever you prefer.
You go first because I'm trying to figure
Okay.
something out. I'm teetering.
I'm teetering as well. And let me tell you that I think where I'm at is torn between my actual feelings on the film and how I feel like it would be received with others. So, um, which is not fair. I should just grade it on how I feel about it, which I will fall down on. Because I've been thinking about it. I had my views on it we just watched this last night.
Yeah, literally.
My views on it from last night to today are a little bit different, erring on the side of higher than I thought. I was going to go with good, but I actually am going here.
Whoa. Okay.
Again, teetering, but I don't want that to sound like that means everybody should go see this movie because I'm saying it's great.
Sure.
I don't think everybody should go see this film. I think it's definitely in a class of there's a particular horror film
right
type that will enjoy this more than others. So
I'm gonna come in right here, Gary.
Okay.
And I hold on. Sorry, I don't have my mouse. Quick, if you notice my setup is a little different. I am in the middle of doing something in my studio, and unfortunately, my green screen is over there.
But I will state, Andy, that it doesn't really make much difference because while I have obsession behind me, you have your obsession behind you.
Speaking of obsessions, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Butch Walker. Uh, so I wanted to go great with this, but my reason I didn't go great, and because I reserve great for films that I truly think set the bar, like this is a masterpiece. And while this is a fantastic movie, in my opinion, it's a great movie. It's creepy, it's disturbing to me in different ways than I think than necessarily everybody. I don't put it up there as great, not yet. And now that's like I'm like you. When I walked out of the theater last night, I was kind of like, I was a little put off. Like, God, that movie bothered me,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think that's awesome. It didn't bother me in a way that I don't. I just wanted to like I just wanted to unexperience it because I was like, man, I don't know what to do here. I don't want to say anything that's going to cause. You should go see it. And Gary, who recommended this film to us? Let's give him credit.
That would be Jeff.
Jeff,
our buddy Jeff.
At first, I was like, why would he want me to see this film? And then it got really bizarre. And I'm like, damn, he's messed up. And then I'm thinking like the person. So my concern is the people that create these ideas. Again, you and I both Stephen King fans. You always wonder like, why does your mind go there?
Yeah.
You know, how did you see it this way? And this movie is that way. This was a movie that disturbed me. So it's about a little bit about a relationship that goes a little too far. And I have been in some relationships in my life that have gone a little too far, in my opinion. And it took me back a minute, Gary. I was like, God dang, like I could have had something like this in my life at certain points in time. And that's a little creepy. That's a little close to home.
Yeah.
There were some jump scares in this movie that I truly like. I felt it was coming. And then when it happened, I still like, oh, geez, like, wow. Well done.
Yeah.
Freaking well done.
There's one on that subject. There's one in particular that is, I got to talk about a couple things with the masterful way I think the guy puts some of the things together. But one in particular is a scene that I'm not going to mention, but it's probably the one that you're thinking, that you are set up to know something's about to happen.
It's camera angles to tell you what's going to happen.
You're like, it's coming. I know it's coming. I'm ready for it.
You're not.
And they keep, and I think what's great about it is they keep it going back and forth and you keep expecting it and it still isn't happening. It still isn't happening. And they try to extend that long enough to get you maybe comfortable. Maybe that's not going to happen. And then it happens. Right. And then it does a Family Guy skit where it's like, is it going to end? You're like,
I was like, okay,
stop.
Point taken. You can stop at any time right now. That's the scene. So I'll talk about later. There was a woman sitting next to me who was talking to the screen, which that's a whole separate topic for me. But her and I both looked at each other. I was like, I didn't see that coming, and she's like, I didn't either. Yeah, there was one jump scare that I thought they were setting you up for, and they didn't, which I thought was masterfully done in the film. And it's so tough because I don't want to give it away. You and I'll talk a minute when we're done. That I was like, he's setting this up for a great jump scare, and he didn't, which I thought, oh, that's pretty cool because he makes you, because they're tropes, you know. Right. When a camera angles a certain way, you're like, oh, something's not happened. And 9 out of 10 times it's there. This time it wasn't, but you thought it was going to be there.
Yeah.
But I thought overall the story is great. The concept was really cool. And I think the way this guy wrote this film, did this film is really promising for the future of horror. If you're a horror fan, this is good. It's not cheesy. You feel a little bothered by the end of it. You're like, God, that's creepy. Just well done. Well done. Great film. If you're a fan of horror, you should go see this film. Absolutely.
Right. I put this one in the same class, and ironically, another YouTube group of filmmakers. I put this in the class like Bring Her Back. Yeah. How I felt almost the same way leaving that. There's a weird sense you have when you leave the theater after watching a movie like that you're like, oh, wow. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, everyone in the theater I was at was kinda like when it was over, they were all like it was quiet. It's like
Yeah,
when we went and saw the Blair Witch Project back in the day. It was just quiet. People were like, "I don't know what happened. Like, what did I just
yeah,
watch?"
right.
And I think that's good about movies. I actually stayed through the end to make sure there was nothing at the end. There wasn't, except for the screaming, which I needed that. That could have ended any time.
Did it go through the entire credit?
No, but it
Okay.
goes into the credits a little
Yeah,
bit.
we didn't stick around that long.
I know. I was like, "Please stop the screaming." Like, I got it. Point made.
I will say one of the things about the interesting craft work done on the movie, um, I would have probably, if you'd have said halfway through this film, what would I have graded it? I would have graded it much lower than I actually did because it does take a little bit of time to develop some stuff before it really kind of picks up.
Yes.
And I think it delivers on that. I wasn't really prepared for a slower build than it was,
Mhm.
but it redeemed itself in my opinion. But one of the things I really liked that is throughout the film is how she's portrayed. She's
Mhm.
in shadow a lot. There's a lot of she's just
There's a scene.
hauntingly there, and I mean, in even normal shots, you're like, it's not that the lighting's wrong.
Yeah,
It's that the lighting's perfect, and
yeah.
she's in shadow, and she's this presence, and I know what you're thinking of also. There are some other scenes where she's definitely in shadow, but there's some really,
Yeah.
there's some neat shots with some of that.
It's just hard to talk about this one
Right,
without because you
right.
you just don't wanna give anything away, but it's just again, if you are a fan of horror, uh, and psychological stuff, that you go see it. It's well worth it, and we need filmmakers like this in our future.
Yeah, maybe this is the, new gold mine is instead of
And
Hollywood, you're finding all the YouTubers that are making films and
yeah, we're gonna go see
really
that,
exploring.
Backrooms is coming out, Gary. I think that's
Right.
another one we're gonna go see.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just the when the tropes are all been done too many times, you gotta find a new way to do things, and this is kind of a new way to do things. Um, I do wanna say before we get out of here that, people, if you go to theaters, like, I don't know what's happened to the next generation of people that are just they constantly just they think they're important, and they keep talking. There are people about 5 rows behind me at my theater, and granted, in the beginning, there's commercials and they're talking. I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
Right.
Then the previews start, and I'm 5 rows away, and I can hear your conversation. And I wanted to say something like, "Hey, could you mind shutting the up?" Because I actually wanna hear these I actually took notes on the previews, like, there's some good ones coming up I wanna see. Uh, and they're loud, like, I get like, I've been in a movie when I've wanted to say something to Teresa, like, "Hey," but I whisper, like,
Right.
I don't like, "Hey, Teresa, did you see that scene? Wasn't that great? Oh my god, I didn't see it coming." That's what was going on.
Wow.
And then a couple sits down next to me, and I purposely bought one ticket by myself at the very end of the row, but my theater was a smaller theater, and it was relatively sold out. And a couple sits down next to me, reclining seats, very comfortable. She takes her shoes off. So
Okay.
I've got bare feet next to me. Now I'm not a freak about it, and I don't really like or dislike bare feet, but this is not the place for that. You're in a theater, you're not at home. And then as the movie starts, Gary, she's got her phone in her hand and she's watching a YouTube video.
What?
And I'm kind of like doing that, like peek to the side, like what,
Like, are we for real right
like
now?
you know the movie's on, right? I don't know if your boyfriend has told you that, but I thought the lights going down and the loud da would have indicated the movie has started.
Yeah.
The entire movie, she's and like you know, and she's not like she doesn't have her screen brightness down. So she keeps tapping it and checking it, and I'm like, for the love of God, would you stop what you're doing? Like, if you
Wow.
don't want to be here, don't be here. I'm fine with that.
Right.
But
Don't
I
ruin
don't
somebody else's experience.
right. I don't want your phone lighting up my face every time you want to check YouTube or Facebook. Like I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything to her because in this day and age, you can't I don't know what I'm up against. I don't know if this person's gonna stick me or shoot me or I just don't I'm kind of a scaredy cat now. And then she's talking to the screen the whole time, like, don't go in there. And I'm like, hey, she can't hear you.
It's on film already. She's gonna do whatever she's.
I don't understand that. Why do you do that?
Yeah.
I don't understand. So and I finally decided I hate people. I don't want to be around people anywhere. I want to go to the store by myself. I want to go to the theater by myself. I want people to stop existing. I almost want to be in the dungeon crawler world, Gary.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. That's for our sister podcast, books. Good book hunting.
Anyway, back. I'm done off my rant. I don't understand it. I just don't. I don't know why the younger generation can't put your damn phone down for an hour and 20 minutes. Just put it down.
Yeah.
Put it on vibrate. Put it in your pocket. Don't bring it in.
I'm surprised somebody would pay that much money to see a film and then not be engaged watching the film the entire time.
I couldn't hear what she was watching. She must have had an AirPod in, but I'm like, how are you doing that?
Yeah, that's why?
Well, yeah, why are you here?
You're not at home watching a movie on your TV where you.
I get if you're at home and you want to play your Candy Crush, great. I get you.
Yeah,
but I don't want you to do that next to me, and there's no for me to go. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's why
I did not have that experience. We were at an AMC theater with Prime, which is the rumbling seats and the really loud stuff. So
how was that?
Our experience. Loud.
How was your crew, Gary?
Very, very loud and rumbly. Everybody, no, I didn't hear anybody talking.
Did anybody walk away needing a shower afterwards? Like, Jesus, I feel dirty.
They did appear. Some of them did appear to be a little
questioning things.
Yeah. I did get a question of whose idea was this to go see this film.
You're like Tara,
because there was 5 of us, but we had an interesting drive back talking about it and stuff. So it was good. Yeah, and let me just state back to the film for a moment. The acting in the film was great, and it was interesting to also see Andy Richter in the film.
I was gonna say,
which is like,
because I saw his name in the credits, and I was like, "Where is he?" I was like, "Oh, there he is." Nice.
It's like, wait a minute, what's he doing? But the acting was great. I thought, man, really well done. I mean, for anybody that likes horror, I definitely suggest you go see it in the theater. If you can see it in the experience that I had with the rumbling and all that stuff, I think it adds to the experience.
Well, and go pay for it to support these young filmmakers.
Yeah,
because that's we need this. If you're a film fan, you need this.
Yeah, we don't need any more superhero films or retreads of other reboots and all the other stuff, like original concepts. I mean, it's definitely a monkey's paw-ish type story, but it subverts some of the expectations,
done in a good way. Yeah, that's all I got, Gary.
That's all I got, Andy.
That's all I need.
But I am curious to see what everybody else thinks. If you've seen the film, let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your 2 friends.
Then
if you have 2 friends,
and if you have thoughts on Butch Walker or The Marvelous 3, don't hesitate. I'd be happy to.
That's Andy's obsession. You can discuss.
More than happy to discuss. I mean, if you're up for it, I don't want to.
He's always up for it.
I don't want to beat you over the head with it, but I will.
And if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out and then come back here and let us know what your thoughts are.
Yes,
because we are interested.
Oh yeah, this is what we need to talk about
for sure. All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
This has been a Touch of Madness production, brought to you by the creative minds at Tommy Twins Media.